Being a good observer is being neutral with only your senses working, not being prejudiced, not evaluating with preconceived notions. Being a good observer is that you are not being judgmental and you are just observing or witnessing the event, the thing, or the person as it is. This gives you the exact perception of the picture. It helps you understand a situation, a person, or environment. Knowing the difference between observing and looking require the use of the eyes, isn't it? Many people use the term interchangeably, but they are very different actions. Looking is when you see the things without the intention of using it later. You don't have anything in the mind. You don't commit anything to memory or try to make meaning of what you're seeing. But observing is seeing what is around you and keeping it in your mind so that you can make meaning out of it or pose questions about it later on. So here we use the deductive logic. Deduction is when you separate the important details from the unimportant ones after you have observed something useful. In the deduction, you use your careful observations and then you come to a conclusion. To practice observing instead of looking is important. By good observatory skills, many scientific hypotheses were proved and many conspiracies were solved. Many cures were possible. In homeopathy, according to our master Dr. Hahnemann, who was the founder of homeopathy, and according to the homeopathic principles, a good homeopathic doctor should be a keen observer. It helps us to gather the signs and symptoms of the client as exactly as it is. Then we repertorize it to get a perfect homeopathic medicine. It is very essential in homeopathy that we observe the client to understand the mental, physical, the environmental response and the symptoms based on their constitution and their individualism. This helps us to select the right medicine from the thousands of medicines which are available for the same disease that person is suffering from. That is what differentiates one individual from the others. This is the holistic approach towards that unique individual we are treating. In homeopathy, we consider every individual that is unique in their own way, and then we select the medicine based on their unique symptoms. And that is possible only by being a good observer. So, being a good observer is very important as a homeopathic doctor. Let me tell you about 5 important tips how to become a good observer. First important tip, that is improve your memory. It is important to remember the details. Practice memory skills. Concentrate with all the senses. Be mindful. Second one is to eliminate the distractions. Being mindful is very important, very useful. Avoid the distractions. Third important tip is make a field journal and record the observations. Observations is a very scientific approach to the world. By recording your observations, you are strengthening your observation skills. We can eliminate the errors, the common finds, and then we can pick out the extraordinary characteristics so that we make it foolproof, and then we can bring out the truth accurately. Fourth important tip is finding connections between what you see and what you understand. Understand between that looking, watching, and observing. Part of observing is coming to accurate conclusions. Practicing observation is analyzing the information you collect while you see and feel with your senses. Fifth important tip is meditate, an exercise which is a great one to strengthen the observation skills. This will help you to become a good observer. This is Dr. Rajeshwari Rapata signing off until we meet again in the next video.